Guys, what's going on? Jeremy Lafrentz from Backstage Entertainment. A familiar voice right now.
Hello.
I would say, somebody, they'll see by the subject line that who you are, but Spicoli from the river. Spicoli, what's going on?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me. I've seen your interviews on Backstage Entertainment. You have more interviews than me.
Well,
you're taking over.
I have to give you guys credit, though. I mean, 897 The River, you guys bring the shows, so I can do these. So I mean, a lot of credit goes out to you guys. But it's got to be awesome because I mean, you have the radio show in the morning. You've been with the river for so long now, and you have the famous voice out there that a lot of people, you know, can recognize, and now they're probably matching a face to the voice. A lot of people, you get out in the community a lot, so people know what you look like already, but it's kind of cool probably to do an actual on-screen interview.
Yeah, I love doing on-screen interviews, and you know, like I said, I'm a fan of Backstage Entertainment. Anytime you're talking about music and you're passionate and you get to introduce your fans or your listeners to some of these bands, it's always like an incredible feeling because you get to expose these artists. And you know, a lot of people have this idea of, oh, they're rock stars, they get to live this rock star life, but a lot of the times they're just kicking it on the tour bus waiting to go play, and then to, you know, bring these artists to the forefront and get to interview them. It's a lot of fun, and I've been doing it, you know, for nearly 10 years now. So I've had the chance to witness all these rock stars up in my face, and just kind of like bring their secrets to the forefront.
And fans got to understand too, the people that are thinking about this is like, yeah, they live this rock star lifestyle, but oh man, like 95% of the time it's the waiting game, and it's so boring.
Oh man, it is, because you know, they may not play until 10 o'clock at night, and so they roll into town the night before or early the next morning, and so they're just waiting, and it's just boring for them. And so when they do interviews, they're kind of excited.
Yeah.
Or it can go really, really bad. It can go really wrong because they're cranky and they don't want to get up early.
Exactly. So yeah, we've had both interviews. You've had both interviews. So yeah, you can see both light there. But now, when I reached out to you, I wanted to say, you know, because we have a lot of people that, you know, message us on the page, and they're like, you know, how did you get into doing this? And you know, especially people that are going into radio and all that. We wanted to give the fans a kind of an inside look at what it takes to kind of be where you're at and where I'm at and all that kind of stuff. So kind of help you guys. It's kind of a fan insight here. Yeah. So let's start with this. You getting into radio, what was the decision that says, you know what, I'm going to do this?
I was just sitting in my mom's minivan one day, and we were listening to the radio, and I don't remember the song that came on, but something old, and it came on, she started just like jamming out and singing along, and she was so happy, and she was having a bad day before that, and one of her favorite songs came on. I think it was Michael Bolton. It had to have been Michael Bolton. And it came on, and she just started singing along to it, and I saw that joy on her face, and that really got me excited. And then the DJ came on, and he was telling a joke about something, and so that made her laugh even more, and that kind of inspired me. It kind of clicked, and I'm like, this guy gets paid to like play music, tell jokes, have a blast on the radio, and that really inspired me. And so from that point, I was like, I think this is what I want to do. And I was like 16 years old, and I was going to Central High School, and they had a program at the Career Center where you could learn how to do TV and radio. And my teacher, Mr. T, was just super awesome. Just one of those teachers that you always have, that one teacher that can make an impact on you in a special way, and he did that. And so I just fell in love with radio, and that's all I wanted to do. And I got a scholarship to go to UNO. That didn't really work out over there. Like, it just didn't work. And so my friend Neil Duffy, he contacted me. He's like, you got to come to Iowa Western, man. It's all about, I think, everything that you would want. And so I came to Iowa Western, and yeah, and then I graduated in 2003, and thankfully I got picked up.
Yeah, so you've been doing it ever since.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And then, you know, recently, you know, Facebook and everything, that's the big, you know, where everybody's at right now.
Yes,
and
Facebook.
You got your page up and going, Spicoli's Morning Fiasco, so let's shameless plug that right now. And that's what I thought was really cool, because you started it, what was it, 5-6 months ago, the page or something?
Yeah, about 5 months ago.
Exactly. So already you've gotten nearly 4,000 fans on that. How kind of humbling is that to show the community support for you?
Well, it's one of those things that you constantly have to update. You have to update it because, you know, people are always going to Facebook. They want to know what's going on. They want to stay informed. They want to know what you're up to, if you're giving anything away, if you're posting a silly picture, if you have something meaningful to say. And so whenever I post something on Facebook, I want to make sure that's going to have, you know, an impact on somebody, whether it's good, whether it's bad. I want something that's going to get reaction. And the thing with Facebook is, like, the more likes you get, the more shares you get, the more interaction you get, the more people that are going to see it, because Facebook is kind of sneaky. Like, they don't always show all your followers or your fans like your posts. So you got to make it really entertaining and engaging so people comment or share or like.
Yeah, so that's a good tip for people out there too that may be creating their own page or something like that, is you have to post often and have it, you know, relative to, you know, either humor or, you know, just interesting facts, because if you're just posting statuses all day, yeah, it'll lose from the news feed.
Right.
So yeah, they are sneaky like that. But, you know, when talking about the posts and stuff, because you have a lot of, you know, hilarious posts or just news related items that you make funny, where do you get all the material even for the radio show too?
Where do I get it? I read a lot. I'm always reading. I'm always trying to stay, you know, topical and trying to stay updated. And so I take what I read and I just kind of develop my own thoughts and try to put my own creativity in it. My thing is, like, what gets me by is humor. So anytime I can see something and put like a humorous twist on it, and if I think it's funny, I just hope everybody else does, and that's not the case all the time. So
exactly. But hey, I mean, you're getting out to all the people, and yeah, it's those funny posts that you got to really go for. Now, one thing too that some people may not realize, you know, radio is not all fun and games. No. Let's take you through, because you host a morning show. Talk about the day, you know, because I saw a post recently where you actually got to sleep because you're on vacation this week, but you got to sleep until 9 a.m. But regular morning day, or whatever the day for you, what is it going through?
Oh man, it starts early. My day starts at 3:30. Time to rise, rock, and shine. Get up, and I think I learned the secret to getting up early. It's making sure everything is prepared the night before. Like, I have 75% of the morning fiasco prepared the night before of what I want to talk about. I have my clothes laid out. I have my big breakfast ready, all laid out, so I can just wake up, brush my teeth, put on my clothes, go eat a big breakfast. That's the secret, is eating a huge breakfast. You got to eat like a king in the morning to be able to go and, you know, be entertaining and engaging. And because my job is to get people to listen, my job is to be entertaining in the morning. You know, I'm playing music, we're talking about relevant topics on the morning fiasco, so I can't just come there and be like, okay, here we go, this is Spicoli's morning fiasco. No, I would hate myself if I came on and sounded like that. And I've heard people on the radio sound like that. And to me, that is the worst, because I'm so passionate about radio, and when I hear just garbage, like, I just get really mad. And I'm like, dude, you're on the radio. And I think back to that time when my mom was listening to, it was like Michael Bolton or whatever, and that song came on and she was happy. The DJ was telling jokes, it was making her laugh. And so I always picture that, like, in my head all the time. Like, I want to make sure that my listeners are having a good time when they're listening to me.
Talking about the rock stars, we talk about them taking the stage and preparing the stage, you know, preparing to take the stage, and that's kind of what you do when you get up at 3:30. Yeah. Because then you're about to go on stage.
Yes.
So in a sense, you got to amp yourself up that way. But the big thing I want to touch on is, you hear that, fans, 3:30 in the morning. Some people love sleep so much, it's like, oh, never mind, I don't want to do radio. So
yeah.
I mean, if you have the morning show, which, I mean, that's where it's at. I mean,
yeah, I mean, the mornings is where everything all starts, you know, like, people are getting up, they're getting ready for their day. A lot of people have to work, you know, 8 o'clock, 8 to 5. And so, I mean, you got to be ready to go. I mean, that's super important for me. Preparation is key. If you're not prepared, you know, it's going to blow. So if you're prepared, then you can't be scared. That's one of the sayings I have. So as long as I'm prepared, I'm ready to do this, and I love taking listener calls and emails, and, you know, some aren't the best, you know, because every day, like, the thing with radio is you're not going to make everybody happy. And so, you know, there's times when you say things that you didn't think was a big deal that stick with people, and they'll email you, and they will let you know how much they hate you. And, you know, those are some of the things that you have to deal with every day. Like, calls, people telling you suck, you know, hate mails telling people like you're the worst thing that ever came on the radio, like I can't stand your voice, how are you still here? So those things happen on a daily basis, and you know, I just got to go in there, and I know that I'm doing the best of my ability, and I'm here to make, you know, the River win, and I want to be the best at what I do to help this radio station succeed. And we've come a long way.
You do touch on a point, because in this, because you know, even I get these too. It's like I've been called the worst interviewer in the world. So you have haters.
Yeah.
What is the best way? Maybe what is there one that's really stood out that, you know, maybe somebody emailed you or even called in, and that's something they said that just really sticks out in your mind?
You know, like I said, I've been doing this for a while, and every day it's like something new. And even when I'm on vacation, they're like, I just got an email this morning. There was a guy who's like, I'm so glad on your vacation. I'm glad you're on your vacation. I hope you never come back. The radio is way much better. And like, to me, that I got to take it with a grain of salt. Yes. I got to know, like, hey, at least you're still listening. At least you know I'm gone. Yeah. At least you know when I'm coming back. I'm coming back Monday. So it's it's things like that that just, you know, keeps me motivated, because, you know what, I want to come back, and I do want to win him over. Like, I know that I have a chance to win him over. Like, I'm coming back Monday, and I'm coming for you, sir. I'm coming for you. His name was Ted. I'm coming after Ted.
Ted gets a special shout out.
Yes, Ted.
Haters. There it is. Yeah. So I mean, you just brush those emails off your shoulder. You respond at all ever?
Sometimes I respond. Okay. Like if I'm motivated enough to respond with something sarcastic, then I will. But you know, it's weird, because when you respond, then they'll respond back, and then it's like I don't have time. And then if I respond to 2 people, then they respond back, and it's just I'll be on email all day long, and I don't have time to like mess around.
They want you to respond so they can come back at you.
Right, yeah, and I'm like, no, just listen to the fiasco. Yeah, like, just listen, and maybe I'll say something about you, Ted.
Mm-hmm. Behind the scenes, again, let's talk about, because the River brings a lot of concerts to the area.
Yeah.
One big one, especially every year, is Rockfest.
Yes.
Coming up soon here in May. But what is it? Because a lot of fans think too, it's like, what does it take to book a show? And they think it's reach out to bands, if they're available, they come, but there's so much behind the scenes work. How soon, like how much in advance do you prepare for a show, and what do you do in, kind of preparing for the show?
Okay, well, I got to give all credit to Sophia John on this. She is amazing at booking shows. Like, she can find bands that, bands that people want to see. Like, for example, we have Five Finger Death Punch coming up. People want to see Five Finger Death Punch. Black Label Society with Zakk Wylde. Kill Switch Engage. Hell Yeah. Sick Puppies. Emphatic. Gemini Syndrome. So she finds these bands, and she makes it possible, and she doesn't tell me your secrets. She really doesn't. I mean, that's something you have to ask Sophia, but she can make it happen. She's been doing this a long time. She's very successful at it, and the cool thing about Sophia is, like, our concerts are affordable. Like, you think about 8 bands, and when we first started off, tickets were only $10 at etix.com, and then we added to it, and so the price went up just a little bit. So $20 to see 8 bands is a steal.
And it's a whole day's worth of fun.
It is. It really is. It's outdoors. It's 2 stages at West Fair on a Friday. And she always makes sure it's like on a Friday or a Saturday. She's got the magic formula, man. She's got it down. Because who really wants a party on a Tuesday? Not too many people. No. But if you make it on a Friday, it makes it feel like, okay, it's a weekend. We're here to party. We're going to have a good time.
A lot of people take off work. I mean, it's a Friday. And the week, so get a nice long 3-day weekend usually. So it's always going to be nice for them too.
Yeah.
Let's talk about fame that comes along with being a radio star, I would say.
Yeah.
Because I thought this was really cool, is now you have a bobblehead.
Yes.
You've made it in radio when you have a bobblehead.
Yes, it only took 10 years to get that Spicoli bobblehead. Now it's like I'm immortal. I'm around forever. A bobblehead is eternal. So, we did the bobblehead. We took the picture for it, and at that time I was all into like red pants and everything. And red's my favorite color, so I was wearing like red pants and red shirt and my Rockstar shades and my mohawk. And so I took that picture a year ago, and looking at it now, like I'm 30 pounds lighter. So I feel like I look really skinny in the bobblehead, and because I've been bulking up. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just excited about it. I'm glad that it's people have a chance to win it when they come to like River events, and then also we're going to be giving it away during Phonathon coming up on Monday, May 5th. So that will be like one of the items that you can grab as well.
And it's kind of nice too, because you guys have phone-a-thon. It gives the fans, and we do this a lot too with the Backstage Entertainment. We do contests. You guys give away stuff too. Is we like to have the band sign stuff so they can have a piece of the show, or just a remembrance or anything like that. So how important do you think it is to reach out to the fans in that light?
I think it's huge.
And all that.
Yeah, I think it's huge. It's our annual radio station fundraiser because we're a non-commercial radio station. So we are. We're fueled by you. Pretty much, you support us, and we support you by giving you things that you're not normally gonna get, and these things are legit. And when I say things, I'm talking about autographed guitars signed by Five Finger Death Punch, or Kill Switch Engage, or Sick Puppies, or Gemini Syndrome. And you get these guitars, they're coming from the radio station, you're donating, and you're getting a chance to win these. And to see the faces light up when people come to the radio station to pick them up, it's just funny how they hold the guitars, they're like, oh my gosh, this is it, this is real. This is why I love the river, because not every radio station can give you a chance at getting this close to some of your favorite bands. Because if you think about it, this is like rock and roll history. Hell yeah, and Black Label Society, and Kill Switch Engage, and Five Finger Death Punch, and you hear about all these bands, and now you're owning a piece of it simply because you support the river. So that's pretty cool.
Right. Like I said, we interact with fans. We had a contest on our page. We picked a couple winners this morning, and I want to answer some questions that the fans submitted. So if you guys like Backstage Entertainment on Facebook, you can we post a lot of times, submit your questions for anybody we interview. So let's start with this. I'll give the shout outs too. So Ashley Mannon, what is this craziest rock band interview you've ever done?
The craziest rock band interview. Okay, we brought them to a festival a few years back at West Fair, and we brought the Cottonmouth Kings a few times, and I got to go know the guys pretty well over time, and whenever I see them, they're like, oh, Spicoli, what's up? And this time though, they're like, and I was interviewing them, and the big boss was there, the boss above the boss, and so they're sitting there, and we're talking, and they're like, Spicoli, we got a gift for you. And I was like, yeah, what's that? And they open up this box, and it's just tons of weed. Just weed everywhere. And I'm like, no, dude, I can't. No. Do you see this guy? This is like the big boss guy right over here. Take that away. And Apocalyptica was like, no, man, this is for you. This is for you. And, I was just like, no. Don't want it, can't have it, hide it, put it back on your bus, do whatever, but just get it away. And the big boss man's like, really? I'm like, yeah, no, I can't.
I decline. So yeah, so there's even crazy gifts like that. It's
yeah, and then on the opposite hand, it was and then after, so that was with Cottonmouth Kings, and then we had Stained one year, and Aaron Lewis, so he's like, man, you're too upbeat for me. He's like, here, smoke some of this. He's like, smoke this weed, please. You're way too upbeat. You're too excited. I'm like, dude, that's me. I'm just happy to be here. He's like, yeah. I'm not. Just you need a chilled. Here, smoke some of this. So right. There's been a lot of crazy interviews, talking to Jared Leto recently, and he was telling us how he was performing at the Ranch Bowl in front of 12 people. So you hear about that, and how far they've come, and a very emotional interview one time with Sinister Gates of Avenged Sevenfold, and Rev had just passed away, and during the interview he was crying, and that was really emotional, because you can see the impact that it had, because he was like, that was their brother, that was their bandmate, that was their writing partner, their band, everything, and it's just gone. It's sad. And Sinister was crying, and it was just a very emotional interview, and a powerful interview that I'll definitely never forget.
Well, yeah. You have those. Some just stick out in your mind. Something like that. Somebody crying in an interview. That's especially what they went through.
Right.
So, here's a good one. Ashley Clark. You get to meet celebrities often. Have you ever been absolutely starstruck? And if so, who was it?
Oh man, one of my favorites, Brandon Boyd of Incubus. Brandon Boyd of Incubus. Got to meet him, and he hit on my SO, my fiance Emily. And then I was like, yeah, I can't. No, no more. No more. I was like, this is weird. This is Brandon Boyd. I love Incubus, and here he is hitting on Emily. And I was dumbfounded by that. But then, it was all worth it, because standing 10 feet away from Incubus, right, watching them perform, and it was just one of those things. His voice is just money. It's ridiculously amazing.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, Brandon Boyd. I remember that day too, because yeah, they had came for, what was it? It was at River Riot Rockfest that year.
Yep, River Riot.
River Riot. Yep. So I mean, yeah, just bands like that. It's crazy how up close and personal you can get with them. What's the most embarrassing thing you've said or done on air? Nicole Olson.
Let's see.
We were just talking earlier that you cannot say swear words.
Right. No cussing. No cussing whatsoever. But I think when I first started, it was me talking about U2, and I said Bono, not Bono.
Yeah, right.
And so listeners called in, they're like, "Are you an idiot? Why would you call him Bono? You got to be the dumbest person in the world." And I'm like, "I am. I don't know why. I just did. It was a mistake." And they're like, "You need to be kicked off. Like, why are you on the radio?" So that was kind of embarrassing, and that was a wake-up call right away.
Okay, Josh Brandt, last fan question we have. What made him decide to get into being a radio DJ, and has he done any other types of jobs? You know, we could take it a step further. If you weren't doing radio, what do you think you'd be doing too?
If I weren't doing radio, I don't have a plan B. Like, I do not have a plan B. It's like radio or nothing. I don't know what I would do. I do a lot of production for the radio station, so I'm always constantly writing and coming up with new ideas. Maybe do jingles. Maybe I could do a Backstage Entertainment jingle.
We need one.
Maybe I could come up with a Backstage Entertainment jingle.
We need
So if I ever get fired, I'm coming to work for you, and
you
we'll create jingles and then do a lot of interviews. So yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I mean, we make tons of money.
Yeah. yes. That's what we're gonna do. That's the plan.
That's right. I mean, that's probably another good point to touch on too. Is, I mean, when you're in the music industry, at first especially, there's not a lot of money in it. You know, it's really something you have to be passionate about.
Yes, I remember when I first started, I made $6.25. My paycheck every 2 weeks was like $600. And so I was living in a very, very small apartment, Like, the heat didn't work, the AC didn't work. I mean, I got brown water. It was the worst, but I didn't care because I was able to wake up every day, be excited, go do radio, do my thing, and feel like a radio rock star for 4 hours, and then go home to my apartment with like no air conditioning and just be humbled.
See, but you stuck it out for 10 years. Now you're rolling in the dough.
Yeah, rolling in it. Yeah, I found a sugar mama, Emily. Yeah. Find a really hot hairstylist. She'll cut your hair for you. She'll give you her tips. Yeah. See, you go to Emily too. You're looking good.
I know it. See, go to Emily.
Go to Emily.
Another cool thing, because you said it earlier in the interview, SO. Was that, how did you start using that term and all that? Because for the people out there, it's a significant other, but you always say SO.
Yeah, I always say SO because about 6 years ago, somebody called in to the river and was like, you always say like girlfriend, but what about those of us who are gay and we have a boyfriend or we have a girlfriend? And so I'm like, you are way too complicated. I'm gonna take significant other and then just say SO. And then they're like, that's cool, I respect that. And so ever since then, like 6 years ago, I've been saying SO just because so it can appeal to everybody.
All right, you hit a broad range
yes,
there.
Yes, I don't say partner, I don't say lover,
Yep.
I don't say any of that. Nope, now it's just strictly SO.
And it works.
Yes.
Everybody knows it now. So.
Absolutely.
Okay, something you are new to, but it's the bread and butter of Backstage Entertainment interviews. This is where we talk about exposing artists before. This is how we do it. We've had fans like Backstage Entertainment on Facebook get their own questions into this box that we have during our interviews, and so we'll tailor it more towards the radio world because these are meant for more rock stars and stuff, but you're the rock star of the radio world, so we'll just do that. And then, like I told you before too, we have some actions with these. So this is where it gets fun in our interview.
Okay, so I'll just pluck one out.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna draw right from the top. No digging around, just right from the top.
Okay, so we'll read this.
Okay. This says, what is on your iPad or what is on your iPod that people wouldn't think would be on there?
Okay, so that's perfect for you there.
Okay.
Okay, so now 1 through 75, pick a number.
My favorite number, 34.
34. While you answer the question, you have to act drunk.
Okay.
So.
Okay, the question again, what is on your iPod that people wouldn't think would be on there? And so I have to act drunk. I'm drunk right now, so this is good.
Hey, that's just
all right.
act normal, right?
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna try my best here. Okay. All right. 2 Chainz. Yeah, 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz is on my iPod.
Because, I mean, sure, you got a whole lot of rock music on there,
tons of rock, man. I mean, my iPod is stuffed with rock, but every once in a while, I got to get some 2 Chainz on.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to try another one here?
Yeah, let's try another. And am I still acting drunk?
No, we'll do another one.
Oh, another one. Okay.
Yep.
Who are your 2 favorite superheroes, and who would win in a fight?
I love the ones that aren't really related to music in any way, but fans just want to know. So
my 2 favorite superheroes, I absolutely love. I love Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no,
oh,
you're
sorry.
good. You're good. 1 through 75.
I'm gonna pick number 1.
Number one. Ooh, this is easy. Exaggerated hand gestures.
I love Batman. Batman is the best. And you know who else is? Joker. He's a villain. Can I pick a villain? Is that okay? Can I pick a villain?
This is your interview. Do whatever the hell you want.
All right. Batman and Joker, those 2, like, just because it's good and it's evil. Like, I love it. Like, the battle is incredible. And so Batman's my dude. Joker makes me, like, you know, I always feel like, and I've said this before on the radio, it's like some days I feel like I have a Batman, like a superhero, like personality on my left, and then like a villain, like the Joker on my right, because you got to have a little balance. You got to make people happy, and then you got to piss them off, and then you got to win them back over.
Don't forget about Bane.
Yeah, Bane. I love to talk like Bane. Yes.
Oh, man. How about one more?
One more.
We've already had a long enough interview, because we were talking about that earlier, too, because radio interviews, you have to really cut them down, get to the meat of the interview for listeners to kind of keep the interest. You know, with us, we try and, you know, we just go with the flow.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
sometimes, you know, the half an hour that we have sometimes goes by so quick that it turns into that. So, let's do one more. So,
all right from the top.
Okay.
Do you listen to music in an opposite genre of your own?
So, since you are on a rock station, well, obviously you have the 2 Chainz, but let's go a step further. Anything else that, you got any, like, polka, or you have the happy birthday song?
Oh, man, you know what? You know what somebody did to me, and I feel really embarrassed. She told me you have to listen to the Miley album. Okay, this person told me I have to listen to the new Miley Cyrus album, and I did, and as weird as this sounds, I was like bopping my head to it. I was like, dude, this has beats, and I was singing along to it, and I was so embarrassed I had to turn it off. I was like, this is unlike me. This is scary. I don't want Miley to win me over. So that is she considered pop then, or? Yeah? No, you don't even know?
I would say dirty pop.
Dirty pop? Okay, yeah. So, yeah. Miley scared me so much that she almost won me over. So I had to walk away and turn it down. And why am I even telling you this? Why? See, these are the secrets I only share with Backstage Entertainment. Like nobody else. I wouldn't even confess this on the radio.
That's right. Now,
only with you.
Yep. Well, I'll kind of put something out there too. Is I'm still an NSYNC and Backstreet Boy fan.
Are you really?
Oh yeah.
Why? Are you going to the show? Let me guess. You're going to be interviewing the Backstreet Boys coming up.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
I think so.
I don't know. This interview might be done. He just confessed to Backstreet Boys.
I did. So, even a step further. Gosh, senior year in college, we did a Backstreet Boys lip sync and dance and won the competition. So. See, now I'm bringing out myself in Backstage Entertainment.
We're losing points. We're losing points hardcore.
We are no longer friends.
Yeah, you know, all of our fans are going to be like, you guys are just weird. This is uncalled for.
How many gay comments are we going to have on this video?
Multiple.
Anyway, what do you want to leave the fans with? I mean, obviously we talked about the Facebook page, Spicoli's Morning Fiasco. You know, you're up to about 4,000 fans now.
Yep, you can always find more Fiasco on the after the Morning Fiasco on our Facebook page, Spicoli's Morning Fiasco. Make sure to tune in Monday through Friday from 6 to 10 a.m. on the river. You never know what you're going to get. A lot of surprises, a lot of unpredictability. And, of course, we have our phone-a-thon coming up on Monday, May 5th on 89.7 The River, where you can help support the river and win some really cool historical prizes as well. We're talking about, you know, Five-Finger Death Punch, autographed guitars, and it just starts with that, but there's so much more than that, like Avenged Sevenfold, Deftones, so much going on there. And then, of course, the big show, Friday, May 30th, Rockfest at West Fair. Tickets are almost gone. Like this close, this close to being gone. So if you want to get your tickets now, etix.com, $20.
That's right. And people always think too, I mean, because, you know, $20, I mean, that's awesome price, but it's outside. Oh, you can hold so many people there. But when you say almost sold out, you mean almost sold out.
Yeah, it's legit, like almost gone. And when we say it's almost gone, like you should probably, like after watching this interview, you should probably go to etix.com. Yes, so.
All kinds of shameless plugs we're throwing.
I know, right? Well, what else are we supposed to do? I mean, I don't call them shameless plugs. I call them important plugs.
There you go.
Because if people don't know, then what are they supposed to do? They're going to sit here and watch us talk for like 20 minutes?
Yeah, I know. Because what? We're going on like half an hour
I know,
right
now. We're going to break a record here.
Anyway, that stayed for this long, thank you.
Yes.
But, well, let's drag it out some more. No, done.
No, done.
We're done. Again, Spicoli, The Morning Fiasco, 89.7 The River. Again, I'm Jeremy Lafrentz, Backstage Entertainment. Check him out. Hey everyone, become a fan of Backstage Entertainment on Facebook and enter in contests to win autographed prizes from the bands and entertainers we interview. By joining our page, you can also contact us to submit your own questions into the BSC box. And make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube to see all of our interviews and backstage footage from the shows. From Backstage Entertainment, I'm Jeremy Lafrentz. Okay, well, unlike radio, you can swear if you want to.
Yeah, if I can cuss, I love cussing. It's one of my favorites, but I've just been conditioned, you know, to keep it, you know, you can say the D word, the B word, not the C word.
Okay.
No C words. No C words. If you go off on C words, it's bad. Even crap is bad, according to my niece, who heard me say crap on the radio, and she's like, "Oh, bunko."
Yeah.
So yeah, I gotta behave myself.
Yep. So now you get a real full taste of our interviews. So here we go. You ready to do this?
Yes, let's do this.